Welcome back to another video, my brothers. Today's video is titled Avoid These Mistakes on Your Self-Improvement Journey. If you're new here, my name is Ali and I create self-improvement content specifically for men. So be sure to check out my channel, and if you like any of my videos, make sure you give them a like, and better yet, subscribe down below so you never miss an upload. Let's get straight into it. Point number one, comparing your progress to someone else's. It's never a wise idea, fellas. Comparison, as they say, is the thief of joy. You're 20 years old and you're comparing yourself to a guy who's 35. You're still skinny, you're broke, you're with your parents. 15 years that guy's got on you. But not only age, some people just come from a wealthy family. And you happen to not come from a wealthy family. I didn't come from a wealthy family. And I also fell into the trap early on in my 20s of looking at people who were roughly my age. And I'm like, man, how is this guy wealthy family? And you know what? I'm not even hating. I'm not even going to say, oh, daddy's money. Fair enough. You happen to be born into a family with wealth. Good for you. I hope you use that money wisely. But a lot of guys enter a state of despair because they're like, oh, why does he? It's never a good idea. Focus on your own lane. If you start looking at someone else's lane, I always like to use the driving analogy. If you're driving a car at 70 miles an hour on the highway and you just drift your focus for a few seconds onto the other lane, the car in front of you might have hit the brakes, but because you were so busy looking at the car next to you in the other lane, you collided with the car in front of you. You're fucked. So that's why comparing yourself with other people is never a good idea. You will self-sabotage if you do so. Point number two, gossiping about other men. Eliminate gossiping from your life completely. If you're hanging around dudes who sit there and gossip about other guys, oh, have you seen Callum? Oh, he started his own business. Oh, who does he think he is, man? He's not even a fitness guy. What does he know about clothes? Avoid men like that, because if they gossip about someone else in front of you, they will gossip about you to other people. I don't trust men who gossip. They're snakes. And it's beta energy. So what? He started a business. Good for him. I'm only spending time with people that have productive conversations. I'm not trying to listen to negativity because it's contagious. I don't want it to influence me in any way. Point number three, quitting your job too soon. I made this mistake early on in my 20s. You get a taste of entrepreneurial income, shall we say. And you're like, oh yes, maybe you get 3K in 1 month because your business has been doing well. You go out there, you splash the entire 3K on clothes, a new phone, this and that. All of it's gone. Stupid idea. Don't quit your job too soon. Just because you got paid nicely from your business this month, it doesn't mean it's going to carry on next month. Business is up and down, especially in the early stages. I mean, you may have a lucky break, but in this climate we live in, anything can happen. So be very careful. I'm not saying you should never quit your job. If that's your plan, I hope you do eventually make enough money to leave your job. But you've got to be sensible. Have some reserves to the side. Okay? And after some time, allow a year to go by, a year and a half. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, if that's what you want to do for the rest of your life, what's a year? People go to university for 3 years, 5 years, and they're patient to get that degree in the end. And you want to quit your job after 3 months of your business doing well? Come on, man. Patience. Number four, getting into a relationship if you hate your life. I'm all for relationships. I believe in the nuclear family. Husband, wife, kids, a lot of land, some cows, some nice fresh milk every morning. I believe in all that stuff. Okay, I think every man should strive to get into a relationship and get married one day. However, I say this. If you hate your life right now, if you're miserable, the last thing you want to do is get into a relationship. Because then what will happen is you will use that woman as a source of happiness for you. You'll be just, give me some happiness. Your whole life will revolve around her. And women don't like that. As much as they may say things like, oh, I love a man who's obsessed with me. They all say the same shit. I want a man who's obsessed with me, who talks to me non-stop. And then eventually they figure out, disgusting. Does this man not have a job? Does he not go to the gym? Does he not have friends? They'll say shit like that. I need space. Because you're smothering. You're right up in her fucking face, mate. Okay? If you hate your life, you need to fix it. You are not a tree. You can move. You can always do something. If you're out of shape, eat cleaner, hit the gym. If you're broke, get a job. You shouldn't even be unemployed. Now I get it. Sometimes you're in an area where there aren't many jobs. Move. I mean, you have to be doing everything in your power to ensure that you are good. A lot of guys are lazy. Oh, but this too far. Move, mate. I mean, be resourceful. Ask friends. Hey, do you know anywhere that's hiring? Some of you only want to take specific jobs. I don't want to work here because it's beneath me. I don't want to work in a car wash. I don't want to work in a warehouse. I did this shit. I did. I put my pride to one side. Someone once told me you can't be proud and broke at the same time. Oh, I won't work this job, but you're broke. Your bank account is just experiencing a drought, overdraft. You're getting those letters in the post, but no, you won't work in a warehouse. It's beneath you. There is nothing wrong with making an honest living, rolling up your sleeves and getting to work, lifting heavy shit, driving a truck, whatever it fucking is, man. I respect men that do that shit. They get on with it. They're not fucking a bunch of bitches. No, I only want to make IG money, internet money. Shut up and get a job. Eventually, if you want to start your own business, go for it. But don't be proud and broke and then complaining about it. Complaining why women don't like you. Mate, you can't take them anywhere nice. What are you going to do? Sit in the car and eat McDonald's all the fucking time? Come on, man. Number 5, watching PRN. You know how I feel about that. Stop busting gallons all over your chest. It's disgusting. I always like to use the camera analogy. Imagine there was a camera in your room facing down at you. And there you are with the laptop open. Oh, I want another tab open. Oh, I need to look for that specific scene. And then after 3 hours of watching, you climax all over yourself. Your own liquids, shall we say, running down your chest. How does that make you feel about yourself? Instead of you busted nuts in a woman that you're attracted to, no, you busted nuts on yourself. I mean, you might as well shit on your own leg. Not that's not even fucking possible. What it technically is if you're fuck that shit. You get what I'm saying here, guys. It's a fucking foul thing to do. It's degenerate. Stop watching PRN. Go out there and meet a real woman. Have real physical intercourse. Not your hand rubbing it a specific way. Some guys can't even get hard around a woman anymore because they're so used to the way their hand interacts with their willy. Some men finish too soon now because they've been watching The Hub for years. They meet a woman, they're so excited, they jizz in their pants before they've even taken off their pants. Come on, man. The consequences of watching this shit in the long run are terrible. Eliminate it. Number 6, the passive income hype. Every guy nowadays wants to make passive income from this new crypto opportunity that pays you Bitcoin every day in interest. I mean, I've seen it all. So many BS scams come and go. Okay? Don't fall into the hype. Don't watch these YouTubers like Jake Paul and all that shit that promote this NFT project and you're like, yeah, I need to get into this. Meanwhile, they're essentially engaging in a pump and dump. They're getting all these gullible young kids to invest money with them and then boom, they take the money and they fuck off. They don't care about you. Don't fall for the hype, man. I want you to find your purpose, something that you're interested in, something that you're looking forward to do every day. Pursue that. Get good at that. It may take 5 years. It may take 7 years. But if you're 20, 7 years from now, you'll be 27, my age. Imagine pursuing what you want to be doing at 27. I know 27 sounds old as shit to some of you younger folks. It's not that old. I mean, I'm just warming up here, mate. You know what I'm saying? I'm just getting started. So come on, man. Keep at it. Number 7, remaining in a negative environment, whether that's a job or a relationship, whatever it is. Remove yourself from situations that do not serve you. Get out. Because your mental state is important. A lot of guys are driving themselves to the brink of suicide because they're in a miserable relationship. They are sleeping with the enemy every day. A lot of guys are in workplaces that constantly disrespect them. Your manager talks down to you and you're like, okay, because you're afraid of getting sacked. So you comply like a little bitch. Come on, man. Have some self-respect and dignity and walk away. Even if you're married and you've got kids, I know some of you don't want to have to pay child support, but your own dignity comes first. I would rather you walk away, pay for the damn kids that you consented to having, okay? As a man, you should not regret having your kids. They are still your kids, even if you separate from your wife. Take care of them, pay for them if they're still young, and then move on. Don't remain in a situation where you're humiliated. You deserve to live a good life. You deserve to find a woman who respects you, who wants you in her life, who treasures you, who doesn't take you for granted. Okay? Get out of negative environments. And then finally, number 8, bonus point, upgrading your life too soon. Your lifestyle, shall I say. And once again, I made this mistake myself. Made a bit of money, started splashing out. Clothes, mobile phones, you name it. There was one point I got a mobile phone contract for the iPhone X. Is it X or the one before? For like 120 quid a month. I look back at myself now and I slap the shit out of myself. The fuck are you doing? Buy the phone outright and get a fucking £20 a month SIM card. I was paying 120 quid. Oh, look at me, I'm a baller. I was financing that bloody thing. And I was stressing every month because at the time I wasn't doing well financially. So it felt like a fucking stab in the chest every month. 120 left the account on a phone. Now, yes, it was a good phone at the time. But come on. I mean, if I get to speak to my younger self right now, I'll be like, Ali, what the fuck are you doing, man? Earn the rewards that you are seeking. Don't upgrade too soon. Okay? So hopefully this video helps. If it does, hit that like and subscribe button down below. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace.